Hello everyone, this is Old Man Sarge. I think it's November 24th or the 23rd. I don't know exactly. It's about 1 or 2 in the morning and I couldn't sleep, so I thought I'd get on and do a little recording. And talk about a couple things that might help me get back to sleep anyway. So this is Symatish. She's almost level 9, and I kind of want to talk about what happened with that, but you'll notice that she's wearing a different pants, so I'll show those to you. So here are the pants. Not a big deal. I mean, it's not like they're magical or anything. Just cloth leather or cloth armor, 5 armor, but it's just a different look than what she's still wearing her apprentice shirt, mainly because I have only been really killing bears and I haven't been doing any crafting or anything. So here you can see I've got a bubble and about a bubble and a half. Now I know that I said that I was going to try to show my last 2 bubbles, but yesterday when I was playing the game, something kind of interesting happened. So I've only had 2 groups the entire time. And people might wonder why I don't use numbers instead of clicking on the spells. And that's because my numbers are more advantageous on my left hand. And oh wow, he's gained 2 levels since I saw him last. So that's the big reason why. It's just easier to move around with my right hand and click than hit the numbers that are down here. I don't even know if they were letters, whether I'd want to use them. Okay, so I've only grouped twice, and I'll do something like I'll come over, I'll put looking for group on, and so far I've never had anybody invite me or even talk to me. That's nothing about the game. It's nothing about, it's probably more to do with my level, and I'm not sure that enchanters really do a whole lot for other people at this level, and I'll explain it as I'm talking about the groups that I've been in. And so that's probably a big reason why. So both times that I grouped with people, I just kind of ran into them. They would be pulling stuff at a group of creatures that I can't, take by myself. Like, it's like you need a group to kill them or whatever. That's been both times. But I'll sit by the people, and maybe they'll buff me up or something. And then I'll just ask them, hey, can I join you for a while or whatever? And both times that I've had that opportunity, they said, yeah, and they've invited me in. I mean, they didn't say anything. A lot of times they just invite me, and then we talk later. And I don't know whether the players feel like they need to invite me. Like, maybe they're like, oh, this is supposed to be a grouping game, and, you know, people will complain that they're not able to get groups unless I invite them. Or whether they truly are like, hey, yeah, let's invite this person and have a good time, you know, chat with them a little bit or whatever. I don't know. So I don't know. I can't speak for what the actual motivation is as to why they're inviting me, but it's nice. And I'm not like a you know, begging people, you know, please invite me or anything like that. It's just happened, you know, both times. And the first one wasn't for very long. The people got their level, and then the mobs were too low for them at that place, and they left. The second one happened yesterday, last night, and a couple ogres, really nice, two nice people. And I basically just asked them, I said, can I join you? And if not, is it okay if I just follow you? Because I had never been to that portion of the world. And so that's kind of what my motivation was. I just want to go check it out, you know. And they said, sure, come on in. So they invited me in. I would have recorded it, but I asked them if it was okay if I recorded the game. And they didn't respond. And so I thought, well, I better not do it unless they're like, yeah, it's okay. Not that you're actually seeing anybody except for their character, but, you know, it's possible that somebody could behave a certain way, and they don't want a lot of other people to know, you know, about that. Like, they don't. So I don't want to do it unless somebody says, yeah, hey, sure, go ahead, you know, I don't care. So they didn't say anything, so I just was like, all right, well, I won't record it. But there was nothing that happened in it that was wrong. Like, they didn't do anything wrong. They're totally nice. In fact, you know, I'm not sure how much benefit I really was. I think enchanters, there was only one time in which I could have mezzed something. We had two bearers attack us at once, and I tried to mez one, but even with this spell here, Forceful Will, which reduces all resistances by 25, which is the primary spell that I was trying to help, you know, use with this group. Even with that, it didn't, you know, I couldn't mez it, and so the guy had to off-tank it, or not off-tank it. He had to tank two bears. And so I'm kind of like, well, and the thing is, I'm level 8, they're level 10, and they're doing really good. Like, they were taking off some, you know, I don't know what level these bears are, but they're red to me sometimes, or all the time. It's those bears specifically. And so I'm guessing that they had to be, you know, level 11 minimum. So that's what I'm thinking. Anyway, what I did in the battles that I fought with them on the bears is I would hit them with Forceful Will, and then that reduces all of their resistances, which I'm not exactly sure what that all entails, but maybe armor, because it says all, so it could reduce it says reducing all their resistance, so armor, it's probably you know, their spell resistances, all that, I'm guessing. And I think that helped them, but I never got feedback to know exactly, how much it helped them. So I don't know exactly, but it helped me, because then I was able to get my other, this was hitting about 50% of the time. This dot, I guess, is damage over time, and then my other spells were hitting more often. And so I think that it was having a positive impact. But I don't, it's not like there was a lot of things to mesmerize, because we were mostly single target fights. I did have the stuns that I was able to use, like this one here, when it was available. So that was maybe useful. So it's difficult to say, like, how much of a benefit my existence with them was. So I just wanted to thank them for, grouping with me, and it was fun. I talked to them a little bit. I was excited about the when they wipe everything, and they basically said that they're hoping that things would be better, after that. And yeah, so it was a positive experience. I think they're good players, both of them, and they seem to be nice. They didn't know how to set up the loot in the group. I don't know either, to be honest, but they would tell me when to loot, and it was like they were really fair about all that. I didn't really care about the loot, by the way. I was more interested in grouping and, getting to know people a little bit. Maybe I'll see them on probably not, but it's possible that I could see them on the December 14th or whatever, starting then. So that was really cool. My goal is to get Symatish to level 10, and if I can get her to level 10 before the end, I'll consider that a success, and we'll retire her maybe. I don't know. I guess I'll let people comment on it if you'd like to see the same character in the future, for the launch. It's not the launch, I guess it's the pre-release. You can just, if you comment on it, then if I see a few people that want to see her go all the way up to 40 when the game's released, I will be more than happy to do that. If not, then I'll probably just retire her and start a different character. But I don't know. Is she a good representation of my personality? I don't know. I think most of the characters I play, I try to be supportive of other people, which is why an enchanter might be a good one for me to stream, or not stream, but record and talk about. And maybe the shaman. That's one of the reasons that I really like the shaman too. But you can let me know in the comments if you find this interesting, if my talking bores you or whatever. What I think I'll do in the future is I'll probably just do a video when I have 2 or less bubbles to go, and then I'll record the where I go and stuff, and my leveling. Now keep in mind that I'm probably, like, why am I spamming the damage over time as well. I don't know. It's like it does some initial damage. I'll show you that in a moment. It does some initial damage. So it says every 4 seconds for up to 48 seconds, it applies pressure on the brain. Oh wow, that's cool. The target's intellect is reduced, and it does intelligence and charisma damage. And then this one is just direct damage. It doesn't tell me. Like one I can just spam because it's like 1 second cast, and there's no cooldown. The other one has a 3 second cooldown. But let's experiment here. I'll show you what I'm talking about. So this is a blue plague beetle. I'll go over here. So, ready? Watch the initial damage it does. So it did 20 initial damage, and then watch what it says for ongoing damage. 5 damage, 5 more damage, I think. Yep, that's what's happening because it said cranial pressure. So the initial damage is, like, in this case, it was 4 times more than the ongoing damage. I don't know if that justifies the using flux as 22. So I'm not sure if that justifies me using a spam of flux, or whether, like, do you put cranial pressure on and then spam flux afterwards, or you just kind of mix the two? I don't know. This is 6 mana, this is 5 mana. So cranial pressure actually costs less mana, and I think it does more damage. So, I don't know. I didn't know why it's lapse. Also, I put these buffs on the 2 players, but I don't think they do much for the players. This one here increases charisma, and it's to the whole group, which was kind of cool. I like that. And then this one here, this is like very your date mine. I think there's a lot of other classes that have that available, caster classes, but it gives 2 additional intelligence to the player or to the character. That's good for me because the damage is intelligence and charisma on, I think, everything. I don't know what this one does, but so I'm not sure. Like mezzing, I think it uses charisma. So yeah. Anyway. Let's see. So I'm not sure, like, what's the most efficient way to do these attacks, and everybody's going to have their opinions. I like to do that one because it returns some it returns mana to me. It almost seems like for these lower level ones, just hitting flux a lot of times seems to be more a better way of dealing with it. But it's one more mana than cranial pressure. Cranial pressure is probably a really good one to mix in here. I don't know, maybe you do cranial pressure and then you hit this like 3 or 4 times and then you go back to cranial pressure and then go back here, and that way your dot's always like renewed, because it'll last for 4 seconds. So I don't know, 4 seconds for up to 48 seconds. So it lasts for 48 seconds. So you can kind of maybe do the math of how often you should hit it to keep your the dot on there. But it's cheaper right now, and it does initial damage. That's just a couple, it seems like a couple points less than Flux. So I almost think it's just kind of maybe better to intermix them. If you have your opinions on that, let me know. We'll try to not mix them. We'll go like 6 times with Flux, and then we'll get it back. Okay. I mean, right now, I am actually, hitting these mobs and taking them down pretty quick right now. The population of the server is really low because it's middle of the night. I mean, nobody's going to group with me. Level 16, level 15. They're the lowest. So I want to tell you something. So there was I don't know if I was recording when you saw the Necromancer, and I was playing a different character, and I saw his corpse in the world, like places that I probably shouldn't be. And so I sent him a tell, and I'm like, I knew your corpse. And he's like, oh, well, can you give me the location? Because all the stuff's on it, and he didn't know where he was. And so I, instead of getting in the location, there was a group nearby, and they were killing something in a cave or something, and I went over and just asked them, can you res this guy? And they said, well, if I res, it's going to be no XP. And I'm like, okay, well. And so they went over, and I think they might have sent him a tell or something. And then he said thanks. To me, I think they thought we were grouped together, but we weren't. It's just kind of like I saw somebody and somebody's corpse in the world, and I was just like, hey, everything okay? Now, what would I have done if there was nobody to res him? Because he asked for a location, and I'm like, I don't even know. Maybe you can go like location. Oh, it does give you a location. I could have just, typed him that location back. Holy smokes. That's a lot of numbers. Uh-oh. No, you don't want to fight that. Oh, and we're going to have to fight it. So what's going to end up doing is I'm going to run like this. And then I'm going to, oh crap. I probably got 2 of them. And then they're going to come up to me. And then I'm going to stun it. So I hit my AoE stun. and this is a yellow wolf. I can't take it with my enchanter at all. There's no way. But we're going to get to here and watch what happens. I don't think that cleared it, did it? Did that clear aggro? Release the surge of chaotic mental energy all around you. Doesn't say it clears aggro. So what happened? Why did that wolf stop chasing me? Isn't that weird? Huh. It just says you stun him. It doesn't say it clears aggro. Now I've used this one, Hush, a few times. And I used it yesterday when I was fighting. Like there's something comes around here. It's called a gremlin. I think it's called a gremlin, but it's like an undead thing. And I used it. Can I get this small bag? I keep. So if I explore, which is what I'm prone to do, I will go explore someplace, and I will go a long ways away, and then I'll die. Do I have enough money? I don't. And then I'll lose all my bags. And then I'm like, well, I was in a really, really tough area. You know, with grizzlies that are red to me. And there's really, I mean, for me to continually try to get my corpse would be like me dying endlessly, I swear. So I'm kind of like, nah. And here's the thing. I don't really, the way that the death works in this game, there really isn't any reason, because you don't lose your items, you just lose what is in your inventory, you know, your bags and stuff. And so I really question whether it's worth it for me to, you know, if I'm in a really bad place or something, to lose, you know, XP to go get the corpse back and whatever was on there. I don't know. If it was like EQ where you lost all your equipment, this person up here has killed me before. I'll show you. Oh, there's a gremlin. Let's kill this gremlin. Gremlin. That's what it says. But it's like undead. Now watch. See? They'll cast. So I silenced it once, but I can't. And there I'll just use my AoE stuff to silence it a second time. There's another gremlin. But they're like undead. It's like a skeleton. Grimling. Grimling. It's not like a gremlin, it's a grimling. Because in this area that I'm hunting, there isn't a lot of you know, creatures with money. This is one of the few people I can get that I can just get money and maybe clothing from. So I'm gonna get the dog first. Take time. And there. Time. Perfect. It's gonna cast again soon. He didn't get one cast off. Alright, I was gonna show you that forlorn right over here. I'd like to take this out sometime. Forlorn apparition. But look, oh, it's yellow to me. Pose a great challenge, and you'd need an entire group to overcome. Anyway, it's killed me once. So I stay away from that. We are so close to leveling to level 9. But yeah, so the plan is when the servers come back up, after this character gets to level 10, I'm going to record level 10 or when I receive it for you. But after the 14th of December, I will kind of follow the same. There's a good one. I'll follow the same structure where I'll just record the last couple of levels. And it died of cranial pressure. Oh, we got another Grimling. Hey, Grimling. It's light blue to me, but that's alright. It gives me money. And that's the third one. I've actually come out here in the nighttime, and there'll be some times where there won't even be one of these. And then sometimes there's one, sometimes there's two. This is the first time that I've seen 3 in this area. So this is fitting for it to be dark, because right now it's like 2 in the morning. Well, that didn't work. I'm gonna get my AoE stun on the cast again. So the reason that Hush is supposed to be good is it silences them for up to 6 seconds. So that's pretty cool. It takes a second to get off, but once you silence them, then they can't cast for 6 seconds. Now this one, if you look at this, it says it's an AoE, which is cool. It stuns up to 4 enemies in 8-meter radius for up to 2 seconds. But look at the bottom part. It cannot be resisted. So that is your spell that you need to have on your spell bar all the time as the last ditch effort to get away from some stuff. So if you run into some red mobs or something, hit that, boom, and oh, here's another gremlin. So ready? So maybe I should start with this. Oh, that's hard to decide. You know what? Let's try just burning them. Let's start with it. So silence. Burn it down. still got one. There's a piece of paper. Alchemy Fundamentals, page 31. So here's the other thing. Do I want to do trading, like trade skills? Is that something I want to do as I'm leveling up? I think I'll start the beginning so I can start like all the different trade skills. But I'm not sure that I want to spend a ton of time on that initially. So, but I mean, the way that I'm leveling up, maybe I should, because I'm not going to have a ton of equipment. I'm going to be like this. Whatever drops off whatever I kill is what I wear. You know, like, if you look, I have nothing in the hat slot. No earrings, no neck, no shoulders, no back, no waist. I've got some bracers or cloths, pants, nothing in the hands. And then I did get a couple of these little rings, but I don't think they do a ton. Oh, look at you. Oh, he's okay. Should I take him? You know, we're this close to leveling. Ugh. It's almost like I should just take some blues. Oh, I should be able to burn him down, but sometimes they resist me. It's not a rabid wolf, so it'll run. Rabid wolves won't run, and that's a pain because if you're like down to a sliver of health, then you gotta get them before they get you. Alright, we'll try it. This is probably a dumb idea for this being this close to it, but we're gonna do it. And literally, I don't know. We should be able to kill blue and level up. Is what I'm thinking is going to happen. And then we'll see you next at level 10. And I don't know. Is it elf the best one, you know, to play? So, is the elf the best enchanter? Probably no. I guess you're going to have different opinions. I'll have to look at it. The Dark Mirror has the highest intelligence, but enchanters are into not just intelligence. They're into burn you down, get some money back. They're into what didn't take one. I have to kill another mob. They're into charisma too. So I will look at it again and kind of tell you my thoughts next time. I think an elf is just fine for being an enchanter. And to be honest, really any class can work, because the points that you start with matter at the beginning, but as you play further on in the game and as you level up, the points become less and less important. I think. Now, somebody might have a different view on that than me, so you can let me know if you have a different opinion. So we just need to find one more creature. There's a bear right there. It's blue. Oh, there's another bear. It's light blue. And what we'll probably do is we'll kill them both. Get some money back. And there we go. We're leveled up. We're level 9 now. And this bear is now going to be light blue to me. I probably should have killed that one first. Anyway, we'll kill it. It's always a good idea to get. Protection. Alright, so we're going to head back to town, which isn't far away. Now is the question, do I need to find a new leveling spot for level 10? Again, keep in mind that for this character and this class, I feel more comfortable with blues, dark blues and light blues, than I do with whites. But, you know, whites will usually work, but man, if they get lucky and get a resistance tree, you know, they get a lot of resistances, then that can be bad. I'm not going to sell this, even though I guess I can't sell it anyway. I have 7 silver. I'm going to buy a small bag, even though I end up losing them half the time, if I die. And we're going to just go over here and check around real quick. Make sure. Okay, so level 8, level 7, level 8, level 10. Show you what I've done in the past. I don't want to be unprepared in case I end up dying or something. So if I go back to the bank here, there's 3 of the spells, 2 for level 10, 1 for level 11, but there appears to be a 3rd level or a 2nd level 11 spell that I don't have in the bank yet. So. Okay, so there you go. Symatish is level 9. It shows me level 9, but it shows me level 8 here. It takes a while for that to reach. But this is a good place to just quit. So one last look at Symatish. Symatish. Elf Enchantress. And we will camp. Well, before I camp, I guess, I will sign off. Thank you for watching. And we'll be back for her retirement level, which is level 10. Unless people want me to remake her for when the launch comes. Anyway, I've enjoyed playing this game. I enjoyed grouping with people last night. It was enjoyable. The 2 ogres. One was a warrior, one was a shaman. They didn't really need me, so it was nice of them to let me join them. Anyway, thank you for watching, and we will be back for the last 2 bubbles of level 10.